One Zambia, one nation. Good morning and welcome to Zanis News. I am your presenter, Henry Himonde. The headlines in our news. Families in Chipotle Village in fear of displacement. Seventh-day Adventist Church to build mother's shelter. And murder suspect hands himself to police. And now the news in detail. Several families in Chipotle Village in Chiwombo district are likely to be displaced after their pieces of land were allegedly sold by a named senior headman and his family committee. Some of the affected families have been told to immediately vacate the land as the investor who bought it has started mobilizing on site. Trevor Lubala now reports.
These are community members of Chipotle Village in Chiwombo district who are likely to be displaced after their senior headman and his family committee allegedly sold their parcels of land to an investor without their consent.
They
came to my house and told me to vacate the area, but I've refused. I don't even want their project. I will not vacate my farm because I have nowhere else to go.
Chiwombo District Commissioner Lloyd Kayeka and the District Council Chairperson Newton Inyaliti are not happy about this development.
This government
The government will not allow any investor to displace people. I guided this investor to follow the procedure.
You are welcome, but let's follow the procedures.
We want to welcome investors here. We need you. We need investment. The country needs investment. But we also want to assure you and the people here that we shall not allow anarchy here. No. I will never pass a resolution of land administration where people are going to be displaced. Never.
The DC has since cautioned the investor against going ahead with the project until the concerns by the community members are addressed. Trevor Lubala, Zanis News, Chiwombo District.
Now, Lista Ndumba reports that Senior Chief Mburuma of the Nsengaluzi people of Luangwa district has commended President Hakainde Hichilema for spearheading the fight against corruption. Chief Mburuma said this when a team of officers from the Anti-Corruption Commission paid a courtesy call on him.
Senior Chief Mburuma of the Nsengaluzi people of Luangwa district has applauded President Hakainde Hichilema for spearheading the fight against corruption in the country. The traditional leader has since appealed to all the organs of government to support the president's efforts in the fight against corruption. He was speaking when a team of officers from the Anti-Corruption Commission called on him at his palace.
Makoti mameni mkoti ngati bazambo ukamba kuweruza muntu usati huyu ndani mfupi huyu ndani mutali ishi corruption ingasiri. Woti sunga president anaziro yakuya maningi yakuziwa kuti ziko angaipange bwino tabo bwino tingatitabuliza tachosapo ya many corruption amene I'm sure ni 2 minutes chapa muzapeza kuti ziko ingakane mushi.
Anti-Corruption Commission delegation addressed some community members, teachers and pupils on the dangers of corrupt practices in the area.
Do you know that you have an integrity committee in the Ministry of Education? Because that integrity committee is supposed to help to fight corruption within the ministry or an institution. It's not everything that can come to HQI or to our office.
In Ilinga village of Mwavi area, the Anti-Corruption Commission delegation heard how a patient was allegedly turned back by a community volunteer for failing to produce a COVID-19 vaccination card.
na kunuza kuti nanga kadi ya corona ilikuti katengeni kadi na tao kadi zinasisha manyereti ati yayi ena mkatenge kadi kunyumba ndi kumzabula kuti mtenge mafala timufuna muyende kuli konse kapena ku hospital muyende mkatenga ti mankhwala za kupasani mankhwala so bwera njabe mwambepo kunyumba.
The Anti-Corruption Commission delegation is in Luangwa district to intensify awareness on corrupt practices. Lista Ndumba, Luangwa district.
And in business news, cross-border traders in Mansa have expressed happiness on the continued appreciation of the kwacha against major currencies. The traders, however, want stability in the exchange rate so that prices of goods and services are reduced. More in the following report.
Traders at Down UB Market in Mansa district have called for stability in the exchange rate of the kwacha against the dollar. Some traders talked to by Zanis news crew are happy with the appreciation of the kwacha, saying the appreciation of the kwacha will enable them make more profit.
Kwacha nga yapiki nshifira tuletero ubukumwa sana ubusuma nafo yabonyishika mutengo twabwesha kukairi twamba kulashitisha sana fast
kwacha nga yafe pamupeni not ile ba disturb ati mairo yani na yabwera ifire fe yafe na kupamuna mwa mkuma order maiso sango mutengo la wini ma order po.
Others want transporters to consider reducing their fares following the reduction in the fuel price and the appreciation of the kwacha.
Dola nga yabwera na ifo mtengo tulabweshako. Nombepo chile bipira sana ni kumafuta. Pantu amafuta mo dola yabwerera. Amafuta tabatala batubwese shako. Na nomba line steel transport ukufuma pano kufa kuna konde tuchitrade pla 400. Ukubwera na ko 420.
According to Zanaco exchange rate today, the kwacha is buying at 15 kwacha 19 ngwe and selling at 16 kwacha 2 ngwe. Kene Chomba, reporting to Zanis News in Mansa district.
Kembe Member of Parliament Princess Kasune has commended the Seventh-day Adventist Church for its community outreach activities aimed at uplifting the well-being of people in society. Ms. Kasune, who is also Deputy Chief Whip, was speaking during the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of a 30-bed capacity mother's shelter at Mwachi Sompola Level 1 Hospital. Trevor Lubala with the details.
It was declared unfit for habitation 2 years ago, and a tent was provided as an alternative shelter for caregivers at Mwachi Sompola Level 1 Hospital. The lack of a shelter brought a lot of hardships.
There is no shelter where to sleep. We spend nights on the corridors of the hospital. We suffer a lot during the rain season due to lack of the shelter.
Realizing these challenges, the Adventist main organization, AMO, has embarked on a project to build a mother's shelter. Member of Parliament for Kembe constituents, Princess Kasune, officiated at the groundbreaking ceremony.
You have come to the aid of all mothers, your sisters, and you have come to capacitate the medical facility with the thousands of dollars and kwachas, we should say, to take care and watch over the beloved ones. As you can all see, the old mother shelter was long declared unfit for human consumption. Indeed, these are the aspirations of the President, Hakainde Hichilema, the Vice President, Mtani Mango, and indeed the cabinet ministers and the entire leadership of the New Dawn government.
And the AMO President, Harry Mwanawasa, explains what motivated the organization to do the project.
The time we came here, it was rain season. It was very bad to see mothers sleeping outside. This is what motivated us.
The District Health Director, Hendrik Siona, is happy with the project.
Today we witnessed a very, very good gesture from the SDA Church. The AMO organization that has come to our aid and pledged to construct a very, very wonderful mother's shelter.
Trevor Lubala for Zanis News in Chiwombo District.
From Central Province, we go to Southern Province, where breastfeeding mothers have been advised to desist from giving children processed food during the first 6 months. Choma District Health Director Nero Chilembo says giving solid food to infants could contribute to eating disorders that can impact negatively on the growth of the child. Here's the rest of the story.
The first 1,000 days of a child are most critical, and breastfeeding plays a critical role in meeting nutritional needs of infants. It is for this reason that Choma District Health Office wants mothers to support enhanced breastfeeding for their children.
Today we are commemorating our breastfeeding week, which has a theme of set up, breastfeeding, educate and support. The event was very educative, and we thank the District Health Office for their support and choosing Batoka to be the host of the National Breastfeeding Day.
Ministry of Health in Choma District wants more volunteers trained in sensitizing the public on nutritional benefits of breastfeeding.
We have women who supplement feeds, and we have seen the disadvantages of supplementing feeds, especially in the first 6 months of life. As you can see, we have a number of our community-based volunteers who we have trained in breastfeeding counseling. In this period, they'll be going door to door to teach women about the best practices in breastfeeding, and for those who have issues, they will refer them to the health facilities.
Mothers are pleased with this development. Lubana Lianda, Zanis, Choma District, Southern Province.
Zanis News continues. Government has delivered all farming inputs for the wetland cropping for the 2022-2023 farming season in Chikunje District. The exercise is expected to benefit 600 farmers under the Food Security Park program. Details in the following report.
Government has distributed all the farming inputs for the 2022-2023 wetland cropping season under the Food Security Park program. The district has received 150 by 5 kg bags of white maize seed, 150 by 5 kg bags of orange maize seed, 1 kg by 300 packets of okra seed, 1 kg by 300 packets of onion seed, and 1,200 by 50 kg bags of urea and D-compound fertilizer, among other inputs. The inputs will benefit 600 farmers in the 8 identified satellites, namely Kabamba, Mbaswa, Kankoso, Mulembo, Chivovo, Chimupati, Musamani, and Chivale. Gracious Monga is Chikunje District Community Development Officer.
Government, through the Department of Community Development, is implementing the Food Security Park program. Under this program, there is another sub-program under the Food Security Park, which is the wetland program. The program that we implement, it is going to be done under irrigation. Usually the beneficiaries are people that live where there is water. Some of them, like here in Chikunje, they use furrows. Our beneficiaries, they already self-registered themselves. They are ready to receive. They have even already started working on their fields.
Ms. Monga also thanked government for distributing the inputs early.
The government has done a good thing for giving them the inputs. At least they are going to have food while they are waiting to harvest. We have just come out of the cold season. So the inputs have come at the right time. Immediately we are also distributing. So there won't be challenges in germination.
Cliff Mwanagombo Munjile, Zanis News, Chikunje.
In Northwestern Province, government has commenced phase 2 of the distribution of bicycles meant to ease mobility for community-based volunteers in Zambezi District. The bicycles will be given to community welfare assistant committees who assist to identify vulnerable groups to be listed on various social protection programs. Here now are the details.
Government is undertaking various social protection programs such as provision of social cash transfer to improve the standard living of vulnerable Zambians. However, People tasked to identify and interact with the vulnerable people in communities sometimes face mobility challenges. It is for this reason that government is distributing baskets to community welfare assistance committees in Zambezi district to ease their mobility.
Delighted and honored to be part of this wonderful occasion for the launch of the distribution of social cash transfer bicycles to CWAC members. Bicycles we are receiving today are part of government's initiative to ensure that the program's objectives are met. Lighten your way. Where you are working at least you are able to, where you are spending 5 hours and you spend 4 hours.
Assistant Social Welfare Officer Chilombo Mambeka explains government plans.
For that we've distributed today, we've distributed the bicycles to the Community Welfare Assistance Committees, known as the CWAC, who are our counterparts on the ground who help with the implementation of the social cash transfer program. So these bicycles have been distributed today to help in the implementation of the social cash transfer program by making it more effective and efficient through their monitoring and evaluation.
Beneficiaries have an appeal to government.
Bicycles that we have received, we are really thankful. Except that they are not sufficient. Government is to consider us also because we are also vulnerable.
Beside empowering vulnerable Zambians with cash, government is also making efforts to ensure that other support is provided to smoothly address the requirement of the need. Reporting for Zanis News in Zambezi District, Northwestern Province, I'm Teresha Kafesh.
And in other news, a 37-year-old man of Mulimba village in Senior Chief Chachambilas chiefdom in Mulimba district has handed himself to Chikunje police station for allegedly murdering his wife. Zambia police spokesperson Ray Hamonga said Royd Zulu of Kapyanga led the police to where he had buried the body of his wife. Kruger Siankulu has details in the following story.
The remains of 35-year-old Margaret Mayota of Mulimba village in Senior Chief Chachambilas was buried just here and has since been retrieved by the police. Zambia police spokesperson Ray Hamonga has confirmed the development to Zanis in an interview and said that the suspect husband, Royd Zulu, 37, buried the victim in the disused latrine after murdering her early this year.
I would like to confirm that Zambia police at our Chikunje police station, we have formally charged and arrested a male person by the names of Royd Zulu, whose age 37 years, for murdering a lady by the name of Margaret Mayota, who was aged 35.
Alex Mayota, the father of the victim, has called for the law to take its full course.
We want justice to take course. This matter should not die a natural death, no. We want the government to make sure that this gentleman who did this to our daughter is brought to book and punished.
Nangati mukazi sana kukondweresi kulichamena na kulakwira kapena kulichamena kulakwira shawamwa mutenga wamuperekeza kwa waendu basira makolo bake imfa ya musenge sina wa mero sizaka wa maku pali bazibambo aba.
Kruger Siankulu, Zanis, Mumbwa.
And finally in the news, 2 volunteer teachers who for many years could not find employment have praised government for having employed them in the recent teacher recruitment. Details in the following report.
Finding a job after completing tertiary education is everyone's dream. However, many people tend to lose hope in achieving their dreams due to lack of employment. But Rex Skazwe and Margaret Mambwe did not allow the lack of employment to affect their dreams, as they volunteered as teachers at Mambwe Mission Day Secondary School in Senga Hill District in Northern Province. And today, it is all smiles for them, as they are among the over 30,000 teachers recruited by the government.
In 2019, that's when I graduated. And instead of me just being at home doing nothing, I thought of just starting volunteering. I feel so happy. I feel so lucky because most of my mates have been left out.
I've been volunteering from this school for 4 years and some months. I just have to thank the government for the job well done, so that even next year they can do the same to recruit another teachers who are out there suffering to find any job.
Senga Hill District Commissioner Jester Sikazwe disclosed that 316 teachers have been recruited in the district.
As the Senga Hill District, we are very delighted for the government to employ 30,000 teachers, of which as Senga Hill District we allocated 316 teachers who have been employed.
Meanwhile, Acting District Education Standards Officer Moses Mlenga is happy with government's decision to recruit the teachers in the district, but was quick to lobby for more to fill in the remaining vacancies.
We still have a shortage of 409 teachers. Senga Hill District is a vast district. Another challenge we have is shortage of desks.
Helen Bwalia for Zanis in Senga Hill District, Northern Province.
Helen Walia's report brings us to the end of Zanis News, but before we go away, let's take another look at our top stories. Families in Chipotle Village in fear of displacement after their land is sold to an investor. Seventh-day Adventist Church to build mother's shelter at Mwachisompola Level 1 Hospital. And murder suspect hands himself to police. Thank you so much for watching Zanis News. On behalf of the entire news production crew, my name is Henry Himonde. Remember, we are one Zambia, one nation. Until next time, it's goodbye for now.